Warning, this video contains a lot of self-harm and zombified child abuse. If you're unable to see this because of squeamishness or sensitivity, I suggest seeing something else. Thank you. So, zombies. They're a type of monster that's been popular for quite some time now. From movies like 28 Weeks Later, Night of the Living Dead, World War Z, and Shaun of the Dead, and from games like Resident Evil, Left 4 Dead, Dead Island, Dead Space, Dead Rising, and shows like The Walking Dead. Now that I see it, there's a lot of zombie material that has the word dead in it, isn't it? But besides that, the point I'm trying to make is that zombies are pretty popular. There's something about the idea of a threat that looks almost human, deciding to actively seek and cannibalize the people they once associated themselves with. And with most of these mediums, the people that are forced in this apocalypse go outside in this new world and fight off their once living, breathing neighbors to survive another day, usually in a more over-the-top fashion. However, I think there's a game that accentuates a more human aspect of surviving a zombie apocalypse. It came out more than 12 years ago. So, No More Room in Hell. It's kinda good. Is it the best zombie game out there? No. Mainly because Darktide has my heart at the moment, and I cannot put away Darktide for the life of me. It's way too fucking good. I love that game. It's really great. However, it does one thing right, and that is atmosphere. To put you in this scenario, imagine you're just a regular guy, paired up with other regular, basic, weak trash. You have a bunch of shambling corpses, some that know how to use their legs, some who don't. You have a bunch of guns and tools that you can use to bludgeon, stab, and chop at these undead. Ammo is limited, and you are sturdy as a 2015 smartphone, and immune to the virus as a Homo sapien. The world sucks. People suck. This shit sucks. Shit's dark as shit. I can't see shit. So, what are you supposed to do in this scenario? Well, the short answer is to survive. But the layout of certain maps can be hard to figure out what to do in certain situations. For instance, there is one map that requires you to keep moving through an ever-expanding horde until you reach a chopper at the very end. As you can imagine, being pressured to keep moving when you have limited resources does take a toll on your ability to think on the fly. I mean, look at this! How the fuck are you supposed to push through all these fucking things? Other times, you're trying to collect resources from separate buildings, so that way you can get to the extraction faster and more effectively. These type of maps require more teamwork than navigating through the environment, which you will definitely need the help of someone else to be able to survive. Granted, it only works that way if you can get on the truck. No! No! What the fuck? Lastly, you have your wave-based maps, where you hold out in one position for a set amount of rounds. Occasionally, a helicopter will come by and airdrop you supplies filled with ammo, guns, and other goodies to keep you going. Also, I realized this early on, but one of the maps I was playing on was a recreation of the Everett's drugstore from Telltale's The Walking Dead. These will require you to know certain areas where the horde will spawn, creating choke points for them to funnel in to take them out easier. Now, obviously, with this being a zombie game, you will have the risk of being infected via transmission through bite. Sometimes you can get away with a bite or two, but eventually, if you keep letting these man-eaters have a good chunk of your shoulder meat off the bone, you will become infected. Now, there are 3 ways to deal with this. The first one are these pills that reset the timer on your infection rate. You see those veins go closer to the center of your eyes. Take the pills to give yourself a little more time. The second one is a shot that cures you of the infection entirely. This is one of the most important items to have, so if you want to be the man with all the power, hold this so that those who are infected can die slowly, painfully, and reanimate, so you can kill them again. Now the third option, and my favorite one for a certain lethargic reason, is to see what's on the other end of that gun you have. Honestly, as brutal as this choice is, it makes sense as to why you should do it in the first place. Not a lot of games give you the option to take yourself out intentionally. However, if you have the options to either become a monster or prevent it from happening, then logically, well, bite the bullet. All in all, this little zombie game still holds up. Surprisingly, there are still a good amount of servers still running after all these years. Not gonna lie, I wasn't expecting to see how many were up. I just reinstalled it for nostalgic purposes and wanted to make a video off of it. So, yeah, surprisingly, it's still good. It's still good, I like. It's not too bad. I like it. 10 out of 10. Good zombie game. Would shoot myself again. So yeah, hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Whenever that will be.